Hello, folks. Hope you like my professional um, YouTube skills. But yeah, this is just such a beautiful place. And I have a few other videos I've been meaning to do, but I just felt like doing a kind of a spur of the moment one right now. Um, this one is just going to be from the heart, and I think I know what I want to call it, but um, I just really want to talk about the detox, the healing journey, true healing. And it's not easy. So I just want to remind you guys that it's not, because you just keep peeling the layers off. You just keep peeling away the layers, and you get to these subtle levels where you notice things, the emotional levels, and things like that. And it's just it's heavy. It's heavy sometimes. It's difficult. It can be scary, and I'm definitely feeling that right now. So it's just, you just because it's, the raw food and the fasting, the herbs, all of these different tools that we have, right? Lifestyle practices that we have. It's not it's not the lifestyle that is like, oh, you're gonna run from stuff, or like um, give your brain a night off. I saw this. I was on the beach today, next to this, buying some coconuts and some durian, and I saw this sign that said, it's like one of those like cheesy beer signs, and it says beer, like with this cheesy looking dude from the 50s, and it's like, beer, give your night a night off, or give your brain a night off. You can see my brain is just enough where my brain's at, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you get my point. Like, meditation, yoga, all this stuff that we do, whatever practices you guys do, breath work, all these things, powerful practices. It's, it's really easy just to go get some fast food, or whatever, or a pint of ice cream or whatever, and just numb yourself, right? But when we do what we do to get well with the physical body, to truly heal, I said this over and over and over, to truly heal, you gotta dive deep, and you're gonna come across some nasty, just frightening, like, stuff as things keep moving through your body, as things are being eliminated out of your body. You're gonna just face stuff that you've stuffed down, and you don't even know why. You're gonna face stuff, and things get intense. And I'm still on this journey. Like, I'm gonna keep going I don't see myself like, oh, okay, I'm done with the fruit and the raw food, I mean, because for me, it's like, I've always tried to be healthy and all this. Now that I know the truth, now that I'm, working with the truth, and I have to be on it on some degree. Like, it's okay if I was going to go have some cooked or whatever, even though I haven't, it's okay. Like, but on some level, I have to be practicing what I preach, right? And I'm not just doing this so that I can practice what I preach and feel good about myself and as a healer, right? It's more, it's so many different things. I still have physical obstructions, and I still have tons, like I said, emotional, obstructions and all sorts of things like that, right? Man, it's not comfortable. I'm right on the edge here. So I'm just trying to get to a higher level of health where I have no tension in my body, where the GI tract is actually working like normal. Mine is so much better. But just these sorts of things, right? I'm right along with you guys. Most of you guys that watch my channel are for the detoxification aspects, and this. But there's also some people who don't even need that, and maybe some people are here just for the spiritual aspects. I don't know, but I'm with you guys, and I'm just showing you this ain't easy, and really this one's just like woof, today, like I don't know, like, but that's okay, right? Because it's powerful when you can be like, okay, I don't know why I feel weird, or even if you do. This is just a nasty feeling from some event or something, right? That has kind of left a slime on your psyche, right? On your mind. These sorts of things, like whatever it might be, like they're hard. They're hard times when we're tapping in. When we're raising our vibration on these levels, guys, we're getting sensitive to energy, right? So it's hard to deal with sometimes. It's difficult, and especially if we don't know why. It's just like, oh wait, why am I feeling all funky today? What is up with this? A lot of times that's when you need to just go within, right? And figure that out. But sometimes we just don't know, but it's okay. The power is saying, it's okay that I feel like this. It's okay that I feel like crap. This too shall pass, right? This won't. Because we know that we have the salvation. We know when we're going to get our next meal, the fruits or some vegetables. I mean, we're on the right path. And that really does make a difference just on a meal-to-meal basis with your energies and your awareness and wherever you're at. So I've just noticed with myself here, that basically it's, I've been, like I said, 100% raw, very low nut, very low oil, very low seed stuff, very low protein type of things if I have it. But mostly just fruit and fasting for 64 days. I don't know how many days it is now, and for the most part, I've talked a lot about my overeating and the food addiction stuff before, but I haven't talked about it lately. So I finally got to a level of discipline. Like, I got it under control somehow, and for the most part, right? Like, for the most part, I can't believe it. Like, I need so little food, and I'm fine. The more that I eat, it just messes everything up. And lately, I've just been eating out of emotional stuff again. Not like super bad, not huge amounts, as big as I would used to eat, but I'm still overeating, even though it's fruit and durian, right? And it's not okay for me, because I'm like, because I feel so much better when I just practice like healthy living, right? And so when I overeat, the way I do it is not healthy, but it's okay. It's just the light of awareness. This is what we see, right? We see this stuff, but I'm also like, whoa, now that I think of it like that, like, it's like, damn, I came a long way, because, man, I would overeat so much. You stop doing the drugs. I stopped doing the drugs a long time, like when I was really bad with drugs, all the really bad drugs. That was like 11 years ago that I stopped. But I never stopped. I went right to eating. I don't know if I know I liked eating back then, but I definitely started to use food even more around when I was 16, because I had some trauma at military school and stuff. But a few years later, after I stopped doing crazy drugs, when I was 21 or something, yeah, I just kept eating after I got clean from the coke and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a hard one to deal with. You know, it's a hard one to get a hold of, and it's just not easy. We get to these, we just you know, and just we all have this lack, and I don't know, I still have some sort of lack. I don't know, like I have a huge community here, and I'm actually like loving it. I'm loving it. But I'm also in the point of I'm also at this place where I'm just needing my solitude even more than ever. So I'm just finding the balance right now, but I still have lack. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I go back and forth where it's like, you know, like I haven't had a partner in a long time. I go long periods without him. 5 years almost this time, and five years from the time before that with the ex, my last girlfriend. So it's like I go into these periods of the wilderness, and part of it is like, you know, I never try. Like I never try, because it's like a lot of people say like, oh, you know, there's truth to both sides of everything, pretty much, right? But people say like, oh, you know, you can't like go like try too hard to get, you know, get in a relationship, which I've never tried that. I've never done it. I've always been so shy, and that's what I've been like really worked through for the most part, you know. Lately I've worked through it a lot, but the other side of that is I'm like, okay, well, I gotta like, now I have my eyes open, right? But still, I guess I have that lack where it's just, I love being alone. I love meditating. I love it. I love just, but I'm just being really honest. Like, I just feel like things are sort of missing for me in that aspect. But that's, you know, so but enough about me. Like I said, this one's just. This one's just how it is, right? But it's the whole thing is intense. When you bring alkaline chemistry into your body at high amounts, and you stop. The main thing is when you stop doing the really harmful habits, the really harmful foods, the really harmful practices, the really harmful mantras that we will say to ourselves sometimes, without us being conscious sometimes, right? When we stop all that, then everything's just in our face, right? And so yeah, I don't know. But most of all, to be honest, like lately, it's just like the energy. Like I've talked about in the last few videos, the energy is thick right now. People are waking the F up, and the bad is kicking and screaming its way out, right? So people feel this on collective levels. Oh, why do I have a headache? Why do I have some weird pain in my solar plexus? Why do I have this weird pain up by my heart? All these things, it's energy stuff. It runs deep, guys. And when over and over, like I'm getting to these levels, like where I'm really noticing things, and so beware if you haven't got there yet, because it can happen, and it can happen, you know. It's the road less traveled, going and really truly healing. Because there's no solution with the other route. you go take pills sometimes, and they don't even address the mental part unless you have mental issues, and then that's addressed in a way that is not really the best way. So, if you go and take the pills, there's no quick fix. So you guys who are going out there and you're going for it, the truth, it's intense. It's intense. You're gonna get if you weren't sensitive before, you're gonna get really, really sensitive once you start getting on the raw food and the fruit and the herbs, fasting. I mean, it's no joke, man. It's gonna show you exactly your weaknesses. It's gonna show you everything. But all of it is for a reason. All of it is for a higher purpose, because you're getting stronger. You're cleaning your body. You're strengthening the cells. You're cleaning your emotions. You're washing. You're revitalizing your whole system. Your mind, body, soul. This is what it is. We got to have that holy three. That is something that is really crucial. Having the mind, body, soul in unison, whatever it is however you can do that is, and then just keep that momentum. That is the gift. That's the gift. It's because then you see that there's nothing else. There's nothing else but just the one, and it just makes my heart flutter. Makes my heart flutter, but it's not an easy journey. I'm sorry. There was a couple times like I'm really in an emotional place right now. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not I don't get lonely. There's times when it's like, okay, it would be nice to have a partner, right? But it's got to be the right fit. I've learned that a few times here. So I don't get lonely, but it's I'm kind of just I'm not trying. Sometimes I look at my watch and I'm like, what is this going to happen? but just in general, it's just the times are intense, and I'm still going. Like I told you, I'm still hitting this really hard. I'm taking a pretty full herbal protocol. I'm not going heavy on the lymph herbs, but man, there's some heavy hitting lymph herbs. I'm taking some Ming herbs formulas. I've got some of that, but I'm taking a whole arsenal of herbal concoctions and botanical wonders. I'm off the herbs for 2 days because I came out here to the beach, but it's just I'm going through it, and it's just I come here to the beach, right? And it's just guys, when you see it, you're in a park and people don't give a shit. They're not afraid. There's people kids flying kites everywhere here, and there's some of the beach is blocked off, but it's dude, you cannot shut down nature. Think about the other ramifications, the other side effects of doing that, So it's just I get here and I'm like, whoa, no one's wearing masks at all. No one is scared. These people are just beautiful. They're so lovely. These Balinese, man, they're so great. And you get that, and then you're and I know you guys have been experiencing it. You get that, and then you're just and then you read the thing. Oh, they're trying to pass HR 6666. That's the name of the bill, guys. I'm sick of doing this. I'm getting to a point where it's hard, man. I've been doing this for so long, especially when was it? Just telling people look, this is what's going on. This is how everything's corrupt. We got the pharmaceutical companies. We got Monsanto. We got all this. I was volunteering for spreading truth about Monsanto 10 years ago. I've known about this stuff for a while. It's just sickening. The revolving door between the state departments and the Congress and Monsanto and the big pharma executives and the all that stuff, right? It's so sickening when but you see the duality. It's like, I know you guys are experiencing it, because I'm like, I'm here in paradise. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh, it's so good to get out of Ubud and get here to the beach where I can actually get to a beach and not get harassed and aggressively almost like jumped. Because last time I almost got jumped by these guys. Like that's what I was like. I wasn't scared. There were a bunch of kids, but it was like 12 of them, And they're all mean mugging me, and so I'm sorry I'm not staying on point today. But you see, it's just like you see that, and then that's what's hard to deal with on the heart. But at the same time, everything's getting cleaned, everything's getting fixed. Mother Earth is healing. New times are here, and yeah, it's and the wind's all windy, and that gets me. I'm very freaking sensitive, even before this raw food thing. That's what gets me, is this man, I'm getting sick of this. I hope that these other galaxies and lives or whatever there might be, right, that might come next is not so heavy in the duality, because I'm just trying to spread peace and love, man. I'm just trying to get people to think. I don't care what you think, just think, question things. Don't just obey until you've obeyed every single right away. No. So I never be afraid of sharing your truth, guys. Sharing the truth, walking your truth, breathing the truth, singing the truth, acting in truth, listening in truth, praying, being just never be afraid of truth. Because truth is real. It's real for each of us. We all have our own truths. I'm not, and it's just like so many people, you're just so opinionated and you're so reactive. And it's like, I'd only bother with people who are ready to hear it, who are ripe for the picking, who have the glint of light in their eyes, because that's all we can do, guys. That's all we can do is just, that's, yeah, times are wild, but part of me is like, I'm sick of trying to raise the vibration on this planet. But I know I'm not the only one. That's like, sometimes it feels like we're the only one that is doing something, right? It doesn't even have to be that, but I know, oh my gosh. I guess I'll talk about that and then kind of leave it at it for today and hit the off button. But I know, guys, for a fact, but I need science to judge this fact. No, a fact that I understand and know for myself, that there's a lot of people waking up right now, because when was that? Like, man, that had to be, I think that was like 2 months ago. There was a bunch of these mass meditations throughout the world, but one of them that I did, I know a lot of you guys, I saw you guys, I felt you guys, it was powerful. It was, had to have been 50 million people. It could have been 100 million people meditating at one time. Because when me and my friends looked at you could log in for that meditation. Out here in Bali, it was 10:45 a.m. I don't know what time it was for you guys, obviously, but it was the most powerful thing in the world. It was so powerful because, so yeah, like most people didn't log in. I didn't log in. My buddy didn't log in. All my friends didn't log in. And so there could have been 100 million people meditating at the same exact time. And I know that, because this is what happened, right? Just a quick story. Like, I tap into that meditation. I get in right at 10:45. I get right into the bliss, the ecstasy, the peace, the peace in my body, and just keeping everything just still, and just letting everything just get soft, and just feel that electricity, right? And just bliss of meditation. I got right into the meditation right when it started, and for about 2 minutes it was just like any other meditation. Like, it was just amazing, right? But then I started getting super heavy emotional out of nowhere. But it wasn't out of nowhere, because it was all the other people that were meditating around the world. And it was like I just started crying, like, right out of nowhere. And it was not a long cry, but it was really needed. And it was very short. I don't know. I had maybe only like a minute. I don't know how long it was, to be honest. But it was so strong. And because I was like, I just feel like sometimes that because when you look around and you see what's going on with other people's level of awareness, other people's, where they're at, and whatever, not judging, but how much longer do I feel like not a lot of people are awake, and not a lot of people are being mindful, conscious, happy, and trying to make an effort to make the world a better place. Like, so I was crying because I was thinking about that. But then the energy it got so heavy. It got so freaking intense. And like my understanding and what I felt throughout my whole being, throughout my whole soul was like, no, you're not one of the only few. There's a lot of people waking up right now. A lot of people more that are waking up just bam, 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 like dominoes. So I know that what's happening. This is it, guys. This is the mass awakening. And some people like the spiritual talks. Some people like the random talks. But I like all you guys. I love all you guys for letting me have an outlet that is so strange for me. I would never do this sort of thing, and being so vulnerable, but this is part of the path. You gotta follow where it's taking you. You gotta follow where the heart is taking you. And I'm not gonna say I hate, but this is a challenge for me. I say it all the time. So just remember that there's a lot more to things than just what we see, and things are changing on a heavy level. And I hope you guys are able to, even if you're having struggles, or not, even if you're having bliss, whatever you're doing, I hope that you can find the peace and the balance. Don't get too hung up on, oh, everything's perfect, oh, la 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 la. Don't get hung up too much on, oh, this is heavy energy, or oh, people are negative, or you gotta, because everything's gonna change. That's the whole name of the game. It's change. Everything's changing, and having your breath with it. Wow. Oh, just air. It is like, it tastes so when it's fresh air, and deep inside, the air is the number one essential nutrient. So I hope you guys are able to find peace. If you are having hard times, you can always find stillness. You can always find a level of peace and a level of contentment. Sometimes you got to do a little bit more digging to uncover that level of understanding, but it's right there for you to dig up. And this is a long one. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me. I hope it wasn't too windy. And I'll catch you on the fruit side, right? Namaste.